be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need.
If you're ready, we leave at once.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just...
Of course. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go. The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid!
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
We're seeing troops amassing. Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena.
Excellent.
And just...
Right.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts? You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
Harpocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of... pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Harpocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia. Now, where's Jill?
Welcome. An excellent choice. You've a keen eye. And a fine, fine day to you.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Are those Pepio nuts? I can never tell.
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I'm sure everything we need. Why don't we split up?
All right.
How about you look for the pep? I'll find the other thing.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pickle. Fresh cuts. Come and get them.
What can I interest you in today? I trust it's all here. Keep fighting the good fight.
How the hell is anyone...
Buy, sell, or be gone. Thanks for nothing.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Did you find everything?
I did.
Garlic and pep. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while? Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew. How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice, just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off, my gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too, now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto...
Aye, aye, Captain.
Ned told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her own. No excuses now.
Not quite. She said there was one final...
She said that?
She...
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Oh, man. I might still be able to catch her.
Is that the thing Tomes held?
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
Trouble with the ledgers. What could be wrong with Torgor? You seem well enough. Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Black... Blackthorn. You have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
Nah. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword. I got your note. You think something's wrong with...
So you can read. But I didn't say how we're wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but didn't like him. You not been working him?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been differences, Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want?
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged.
Running around after him again,
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to...
Little wondrous. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight, which made it nice and easy for...
Can you tell me who bought it?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off, mate. Fine. If you stop... Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of... Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dal...
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's...
I appreciate the... Lawsman, I need to ask you about...
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, she says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have some...
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it's
good hunting.
said.
Let's hear it.
Well, lovely bit of kit. Problem is, which is why I've been looking for something to...
I imagine type.
Proper.
So what exactly?
Nothing but gave me a sample she'd obtained. You pour the blackest blight. So, and do you know what I found then?
I take it that's what...
I saw a bit. Would have gone myself, but...
All right.
Thank you kindly.
That's why I'm here.
Shh. I don't want you. A little. And sadly, that square, I can straighten it out. I'm gonna need help.
Be late for...
There you are!
So let me get this straight. And instead of coming straight, you get Clive to come to you, the man in charge of the... Well...
Oh, just Martha. And...
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the King's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna...
All right. But that does... Is there anything I can do?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the...
Rocks.
A little something Sid and I set, and I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure they will be.
But you know how it is with this place. Orders to...
I know.
Go.
Because you'd rather Lady Karen...
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you.
Well, I suppose this is good.
Don't worry.
Really?
No.
Ned told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tom said? Hugo Kupka's dead, isn't he? We don't have to live in fear of him anymore.
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. got some life in her, but anyway, I was on my way up. Got a letter. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding act.
Thank you, Oberlin.
Don't mention.
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well...
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got it just like when we built... Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me.
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid an...
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we'd do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go? With them? Oh, thanks, Nan!
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot! There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Talia.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars. Till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
So what do you think?
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Well, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves.
My brother's right on all accounts.
We may have seen our share of act.
You, however, chances are they'll come for you either.
Well, if I'm going to...
You've clearly got a...
We're lucky now. Reckon he won't be forking over the...
All right.
Nope. You just put an end to those...
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits. Nice try.
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out of here will be...
Seems we've found us.
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
You leave that to us. After...
You've done your part. It's been a pleasure.
There's no need to be so. What if we want his...
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side. Nice try.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! you will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well trained and increasingly allied. Wait for the siege to end. More refugees.
And they're all making for the crystalline dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us. We're after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Best service.
What do you think, girl?
If our new arrivals had brought any coin with them, we'd be rich.
Well met. A fine choice. You're welcome anytime.
Out of my sight, wretch!
Peaches and pears.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in... How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not
exception?
for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? He must be around here. Where?
They're sweet as nectar.
You won't...
Find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Ah, good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Good.
It's me traders. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping...
Do you remember?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like...
So, to get the pass back, we need...
I know where. No one knows more about...
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm going to check the rest of me...
All right.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
Snacks to the truck.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El! He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Boklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire, which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential and with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire...
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes, passes are inscribed with the names of their owners. And yet, none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of...
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stuff. The same someone who is encouraging the and the same someone who... Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants. Will you stand... You want to get your pass, and we want to catch whoever's behind it.
Is there any other way?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's... But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass...
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know...
Clive.
A pleasure doing business. The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop. I suggest that you...
The furniture maker.
out of my sight, wretch!
Come on, come on!
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Are you the furniture mate?
Looking for some... Ah, Eloise.
She told me you were leading the hunt for...
For one, harder to watch if not that they'd be like...
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion.
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked! Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children... Street urchin.
Orphans from the...
A few, but... They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and...
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here.
It's worth a try.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Remember when half the people coming through here were traders?
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't.
I was just...
Only thing you've grown up, so guess what I'm about?
Sorry.
I'll take the large one.
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
What do you want? It's all right. We're not going to... We've heard that we need to know who's behind...
I don't know much about it, Rick. He said he got a job.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him.
Do you know where your friend...
He's usually by the tent.
Thank you.
Come on, come on!
Peaches and pears.
Let me carry your goods. I'm keen.
That's that, then.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
I'm hungry. That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we robbed his boots off him. Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us...
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now. What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do. Did you see a boy run past?
There was a boy ran back there towards the...
Thank you.
Shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hunter. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hansa.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him!
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them, anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo?
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister? Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just her back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the Cast Stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing. But it seems they've already... Hansa's a good lad. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the Stones, Clive, was it? And my sister's asked you to help, but then we all want the same.
Where is it?
So?
What else? You get your trader's pass back, and I'm...
All right then.
All right then. Hansa, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Lateney's Cleft.
To Lateney's Cleft, then?
Lateney's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
Better not have scared any of my birds. There are no crystals here. The one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your...
answers. But at least we know we're on the right track.
We got company! That's a lot.
Soldiers.
You are now.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones.
Scum.
The leaders of the caste.
They don't deserve any mirth.
I wasn't planning on shut.
We're ready when you are.
Oh, I'm ready.
Fuck! It's that guard from Bokland! Kill him! Kill them all!
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses.
Have the names been checked?
Look, now I just need to sort through it all and return.
We should go and give Eloise the good news.
Of course. Oh, and,
we'll be glad to.
Had brought any coin with them, we'd be rich.
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all, and their demise solves through. I only hope yours. Speaking of...
You... Here, Clive. Goods' pass.
I will. Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly. Would it now? Sid. Don't look so shocked. We're on the same...
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans, for a small fee, we will move, be that goods to market, or bear...
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are, and who better to join forces with than, wouldn't you agree?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more... So what would you say to work?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
Here, Clive.
What is it?
El has friends in high places, while I have associates in, lower.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to wish Goots' pass should secure you a place on the caravan. But if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own.
We'll try the caravan. Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Let me carry your goods.
Pardon me, but would you... That well, might you be...
How exactly do you intend?
Well, being... And should you accept... Well...
My arms eat.
Wonderful!
But where...
Along the old Zemeckis, quickly!
Wait. I better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
Water for hire. Best
I see you...
Perhaps.
Finding... I was gripe now,
Any idea where...
The Joseph's...
Can't imagine.
That's that then.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going.
What do you...
Just information.
Now we...
Which way did he go?
I back it off down.
Why am I not surprised?
You'll hand over your coin. Good for you.
It's over.
Are you hurt?
Happily not. More important. Colossal vessels. Airships, we call them. With very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe. Oblige me if you would. Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas. Come, good sir.
He's passionate. I'll give him that.
We don't want...
Neither do I.
Well, we haven't...
Yes, we have. Those ones.
Maybe he found his...
Mum won't let me... Shush, now. I only told...
I'd listen to you. Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here? I think we've found our thieves. They don't look happy to see me. Let's get this over with.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph?
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you.
Have I been gone that long? Wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem...
I take it things are more complicated.
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems or anything they couldn't eat. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead and all the missing... I launched myself at them full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who... The others, they huddled around that food. Ready to... They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there much.
So you spared them? And earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so... And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Boklad.
I'm impressed. I didn't know...
Do me a favor. Let the porter know. Oh, and... don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it.
gonna get...
All right then. Who's first?
You're going to get yourself killed.
Oh, that would not when such magic... As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man... Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time. But we must not dwell upon this. Onward! History!
Still in one piece.
It was, and once more, you impress me with your Though Moss, the chronicler, concurs with the he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the construction of such miraculous alas...
Not if you keep running headfirst.
You are right, of course. And...
Glad to help, but...
I fear I may have rather overstated that, you see. And so...
That's what this was all...
I am afraid so.
Fine.
And so, here.
Joseph's fine. He's certainly...
A good man. Thank you for...
Hurry, man. I must leave for the day.
Empty crews and caravans, scooping up all the best customers.
Leave some for the rest of us.
If our new arrivals
Now I just need to see
brought
about
any
getting
coin.
Bad news.
Good, actually. Only trouble.
What exactly?
I've come, but Gotan Rouge is the...
So I've heard.
Oh, gentle, would you pass?
Sounds simple.
So you'll do it? You won't need his old free of the... Stop by.
I'll be right back.
That's me.
The innkeepers.
If he's just got...
From the Empire to...
certainly, it's sorrow. The father... I'd say...
Out of my sight, wretch!
Caravan stops next.
Juicy pears! Slake your thirst without a crisp.
That's me.
The innkeeper. He thought he... Why didn't it?
Comes with... We get me. Mile. Anyway.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Tight-fisted.
The Empire's your enemy, not us.
Well, you found?
The innkeeper sent.
I've never said.
He must be a busy...
The market will be flooded with... Oh, my heart. Plenty tried. When they do, well, you know what?
Well done. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine. I suppose...
That's fun. It's been a while. And the way I...
How so?
Well, and then there's those... And without them... Everyone... Right. I hear you. If I'd have known...
A goat. A bottle between the four of us.
The woes of the world.
Never a true... People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
The same Drake's Fang is gone.
Welcome. If you're hoping for... Red, I'm afraid.
My reputation will be ruined.
Calm yourself, Lord Ign.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please. His lordship is going through a difficult...
Radim!
Very good. Would you mind
I'm sorry if I've...
That? No. He has been dispossessed of his luggage.
I don't suppose a certain blade, a single-edged sword.
Ah.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse.
I don't suppose you saw what the thieves...
I did not, no. Though every ill-gotten coin in...
Then that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your...
That will be very...
Farewell.
We've got company!
Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
Too slow. This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
I hear I have you. What shall I call?
Wyvern.
For me? Well, Redeem here tells...
A few moments...
You're a master. Oh, Karen drove me hard on... It was made, and is you, they believe. Each sword is made as a...
But how do they have...
Why, they use a whetstone. But it is the finals, a mineral. And that... Wyvern, it occurs to me that take this, the berries, and a fire.
Thank you.
Pardon the...
I am locked in. I am one.
And there are many other
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Bayan is a perennial thought. Farewell, Wyvern. Redeem! We...
I think his lordship is rather... Coming, my lordship.
Trust Uncle Byron now. Let's see what Black... Sorry for the word, hopefully...
You learned something...
I did better. Yes.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all. Might not be so bad if all you ever fought. Good luck on the battlefield.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse break?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Just imagine it. Good Valesthian steel with... I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much...
I'm sure the curse breakers will be just...
I've been working day and night since I was half your age. Hey, I owe you one.
You'll be happy to...
And I'll see that my debt to you. You come and...
Right.
What do you need? So, what'll it be? Anything else?
He cracked the crystals? You're joking.
Thank you, Clive.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Meg told me she was building a ship.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you. Yeah.
And how may I assist you today? How may I help you today? Study it well, Clive. Of course. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Ugh, I'm never
Is there something I might assist you with, Clive? I only hope the bones of an elder. If not, I have a few new notes that might interest you. Now this, I believe you will find most interesting. You wish to study the tomes? You are always welcome, Clive.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. I should... This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If the wine needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
There's talk.
At the glass cave.
Did you hear that?
The gates to heaven.
I want to see you again. It's all right.
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc?
Milady.
Giff. Oh.
Otto asked to settle and...
I thought you'd tell Otto, the man of my contribution.
You once told... And for Otto.
Otto, I doubt.
Otto had a son.
Long ago. And blamed him. I don't know how it happened.
I didn't know.
How could you? Besides Sid, an ill habit.
Clive!
I wasn't but it seemed, and though I doubt it's what you...
A star route. It's worth it.
Think of the differences.
Interest? Anyway, Why are you a bit much sending the Lord
Something like that.
Same as all. Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of it, probably knew that without Sid may have been the face of the hideaway. And when Sid passed away...
His death was hard on everyone.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite. I reckon what he saw in Sid, and don't we all? Doesn't that and...
Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Had a man of Grega mopping their brows.
Please, teach me how to fight.
It's over.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. Hungry, Torgal? Will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your...
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Good. So Lady Karen...
Ah, but she was just too stuck. She threw it right...
Karen refused...
I hope it wasn't something else.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever.
How's that?
I have it here.
You're a gent, right then.
Now, the Telemon Alembic. And it works.
Very impressive.
Says the man.
There's no need.
Don't be... Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potion.
What?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into a...
Well...
That's the spirit. Well...
It certainly feels...
Right?
Thank you.
No. For supporting Mid and the rest of us in our... And I'm telling you...
Lady Karen, go tells... Would you prefer...
Mod tech? I may, but those were done...
Of course not. Surely you would...
Oh, fine. Where'd you even get that? A cami? Might be, might be. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all.
I hear you ended up delivering all three. I sometimes wonder.
Speaking of which...
Oh!
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. It was the only goblet Sid ever used.
I knew so little
I most...
Arthur and the Dame, but... How long did you know?
Before he died. Back in the day. He bought passage to... We set up drinking Island Rock with my post not long after. But me and Sid stayed... There was... The magic woke inside my son soon after, and there was no hide.
Couldn't you and your
My family wanted the months. I couldn't turn my back, and I couldn't for the life of me. Luckily, it was him who stood beside me. Him. And he was true to his word, too. Threw away everything I knew then. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
but that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Nid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
I noticed you and Tog. So, that'll teach me. All right, now we know what you're after.
Speaking of which, I brought one for...
You can, aye. In return.
Oh, it's just a moment.
What do you need? What do you want? Not bad, if I do say so myself. And?
Ah, were you able?
We were indeed.
Very good.
Lady Karen said...
Ah, do you recall our conversation
about how...
Precisely that. The Fenrir of legend served Shiva, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive...
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at port, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your soul. One can but speculate as to how all...
He has seemed more...
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are...
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.